I'm gonna play with these balls.
And you're gonna watch.
We begin with $25, balls are worth $2. The weapon we can select is a shrink ray. I've set up a shrink ray, I think, on one of these, so they're now teamworking the balls, making them smaller. If they get small enough, they will fit down all the way to the bottom. So we need to manage our budget carefully, and the more we do this, the more expensive they're gonna get. But once we get all the way down to here, the balls will get small enough to go all the way down. Eventually we can prestige for golden balls. I don't know why we want golden balls, but eventually we do. I'm gonna make that one also the super laser as well, because they all need to get down to the bottom. Did I do it? Did I win? I need to reset the balls. I think that just drops them back in again. Clearly my plan needs a little work, because if the balls get stuck in the edge, we can't get to them. So we need to get at least a few down there. We're going to need $32 for the next one. In my defense, I'm a complete idiot.
So it's no surprise that this isn't going super well to begin.
But we'll get there. As the balls get smaller, they are actually able to push past bigger balls as well. Plus, I feel like with enough time, we can make anything work. This early game is about learning how to make it work anyway. Look at that, it almost pushed through there. We're so close, we just need like 2 more balls to go down. Okay, we got a 32, so that one's gonna change now. We might have also stuck ourselves again immediately because I'm super smart. We're gonna reset, but now the balls are gonna go down even quicker because we have even more shrinkers. There is also the $5 option here. Laser constantly fires at a nearby target. I think we just upgraded it for $5, and now we can select an upgrade. Okay. Multiplies damage by 2, multiplies range by 2. Targets the closest 2 balls. Firing the same target over time will increase damage up to 3 times. You don't really need increased damage yet. I think I just want damage by 2, probably. So now we'll just shrink them down even quicker to make money faster, and then we can afford the next upgrade quicker, like now. Multiplies range by 2. Let's laser targets at the 2 closest balls, so they're now double lasering the balls. Yeah, they're going down much quicker now. They're sucking them real small. We still need some expensive upgrades, but before you know it, we'll have them. I'm going to make this one smaller. I was hoping those would be able to squeeze through. The next upgrade is going to be $128. But at least as this one shrinks, it'll shuffle more back into the inners. We could prestige for 1 golden ball. Resets all towers and upgrades to gain golden balls. Ball 1 requires $100 earned. Ball 2 requires $200. Okay, well, we're going to save up for some more golden balls. We're doing something right though, because we're running out of big orange balls to shrink down. We are up to $108. Do we want another one of these? I think instead of that, we're going to upgrade for 80 and we're going to double the range. That way they can reach, yeah, all of those, because we made $80 back again almost immediately. So the money to the next golden ball is about $300. And now it's about $250. So I feel like if we just sit here and patiently wait, I didn't mean to click on that. If we sit here and patiently wait, we'll get a 3rd golden ball, which I assume is good. And I've waited a lot longer for a lot dumber things. We just hit our number. It is 400 to the next golden ball, so we're going to prestige. So we can select the shrink ray to begin and get to work. We'll start right in the center again, and we're going to pick and choose somewhat carefully this time. Sort of like that. We'll let the balls start going in because we get the gold ball shop. But I'm also going to upgrade the laser, and we're going to multiply the range by 2 to begin, just to be sure the balls keep working their way down while we dive into this. So we can unlock magic for 1 gold ball. We can increase the ball drop rate. We could have a new weapon that's a shrink ray beam. We could unlock a new stage, or we could have lightning. I think the best way to do this is going to be to increase the ball drop rate. Then I'm also going to buy the shrink ray. I know that by the end, even with basic upgrades, we could be hurting a lot of balls. I'm going to buy one of that's going to help shrink down as well. And then we're going to upgrade the shrink ray one more time. That way we could do, say, double damage to get these going quicker. I want to like one-shot the balls and have them drop through so we can make money massively quick. $50 to upgrade the beam, and then we're going to multiply damage by 2 for that. Now everything that gets hit by that is going to take double damage, and we're going to be working down quicker. Laser gets another upgrade. It's going to target the 2 closest balls, so they're really going to shrink down. We're already up to the prestige for another golden ball, but we're going to wait because we're going to make money quick on this. That shrink ray can really work wonders. I still need faster falling balls. This isn't quick enough, but we're already up to 2 prestige balls, so we're going to keep going until we get maybe another 2 or even 3. This would be a good opportunity to play with more of the upgrades. We can upgrade our beams to double the fire rate as well. Not that they're doing particularly much at this point. They were better when there's a giant cluster, but we won't complain. It also dawned on me, I don't have very many of the balls down here activated, so we'll get more of those going so the balls can shrink even quicker. By the time they get at the bottom anyway, they're so small they just roll right through. Let's try a $250 upgrade for the laser. Firing on the same target over time will increase damage up to 3 times over 5 seconds. So now they're going to shrink very, very quick. Doesn't even feel like we need the beam at this point. Since we're about to reset our upgrades anyway, let's just activate more of our balls. 6 more to go, 2 more to go, 4 golden balls, prestige. Back to work, we got the shrink ray. We're going to put a couple of shrink rays there, 1 there, and we'll let them get to work. Oh, but not before upgrading the laser, and double damage it is. While they're working in the background, we are maybe going to buy the new stage. We could pick that immediately. That's good. And we'll also get magic. Mostly because it's the only thing we can afford. So we got bigger balls here. Is this stage, does it stop when we're not looking at it? It's actually still going along in the background. This stage is a little beat up right now, so we need to multiply the range by 2 to get this thing going so we can make some money. We did pay for magic. I'm not really sure where it is. Maybe that's only for the second area. But I'm going to make sure this area is up to par before moving on. And this can be handled by just a laser, so I'm not going to put a beam here. It's not worth the money. Down they go, another $80 laser upgrade. This one's going to be double target. And it's usually at this point, yeah, that the balls just start trickling in. I think we're going to be putting them in faster than they can survive for. We have the beam anyway. I guess its base value is always here. But we're eliminating them faster than they can spawn anyway, so that's perfect. We're going to move on here. We get magic here. We'll put magic right in the center where I assume it's going to be the most useful. It's $5 to upgrade that. And it shrinks balls in like a hex area. We could have multiply damage by 2. The size could get bigger. I want double damage, then $25, and then we're going to get increased circle size. Gonna take some time to get through this. I guess we can only use magic here, but balls are worth $125 each. So let's upgrade the hex. And we're going to have hex circles last 50% longer. Now they show up where they show up and start shrinking them down. Looking back at area 1, yeah, this place is fine by itself. It needs no longer supervision. There is a warning that says this game leans on the strategic side. If you get stuck because of your build, prestige to reset and try again. So some strategy will come into play, and that's alarming because I don't understand why. I put magic here in level 2. Maybe that was part of the strategy I'm not understanding, but we also got this. So now we should have 2 of these hex things showing up. Yeah, there we go. Back to back. The next one will cost $512. So these are real expensive. If we prestige now, we could get 3 golden balls, but we need to go a little longer. I need to get some of these down, and they're working their way down actually. They're getting much closer. I just hope the hexes can actually hit that low. I never really considered that. Yeah, they did make it to the bottom now, so that's good. And they're getting small enough to the point where they can slip through. I could spend $250 for an upgrade. I think I want to wait for a third hex spot, but we are getting pretty close. These balls are getting awfully small. Just a couple more minutes, they'll slip right on in. And if balls are worth $125 here, the next few levels, they should go up way big in value. Oh, there it is. It's going in $125. So we're going to buy another one of those for another hex spot. If we could actually get these balls going in fairly quickly, we'd actually make a ton of money here. We could already get another 5 golden balls. And we will soon, but we got to pick and choose these fairly carefully. I'm going to upgrade the hex, and now we're going to take hex circles can now stack. So I'm thinking if they sit on the same spot, they could really reduce some of these balls in a hurry. Yeah, we got a big stack at the bottom. That actually destroyed that one, and that one's probably going in as well. We just broke through so we could proceed for 6 golden balls. I think we're going to do that because this progress is too slow. Back to the beginning. We could put magic on the first level. Okay, interesting. It's because we put the shrink ray, whatever on the first level before, so we got to pick and choose what we want to put where. We have 7 golden balls, which is really annoying. We can only afford, basically we can only pick one of these the way this works out. So honestly, let's just go with more starting money. We're going to start it with $1,000, which we did. Just make this all quicker. Now we're going to focus on this because these balls are a lot more money. Let's go shrink ray here, both laser and beam. Laser can go up, double damage. Laser can go up again, multiply range by 2. Laser going up. 2 closest balls. Why are they not dropping? Hello? We need some balls here. Oh, maybe they have to drop through here first. Is that how it works? It goes from, oh, yeah, because they've been structured over here that way. Whoops. Well, that's where the strategy comes in. Multiply damage by 2, bigger hex circle, exploding balls. We probably want more so they're longer. So we'll slap a few on here. They're starting to show up any minute now. Yeah, there we go. So this could be good because the amount of balls that are going to show up here, we'll be sure to shrink them down and then they'll eventually get down here where they'll be massacred. I get to do the hex again and the circles can now stack as well. Okay, a few of them are making it through, so now they get taken care of here and they're going down quick. We'll also get the beam and they'll do double damage beam. Okay, one of them did slip through, $125. Let's... we got to decide which one we want to do. Firing in the same target increases damage up to 3 times over 5 seconds. Because we're working on real big balls here, they will absolutely melt them down. Up here, I need another hex spot too to keep these shrinking down. They're getting jammed up top. It is only 1,024 to add another weapon to these 2. And we're going to do that $1,000 for another hex circle. We got 6 golden balls as well waiting for us, but we can keep going because this is working. The beam is only $175 to upgrade, so we're going to increase the fire rate of that. The balls are so big, they're going to hit them. The biggest jam up right now is these guys. We're waiting for them to go through, but magic on this front one is working pretty good. We could do, wow, that was just a whole bunch rolling in. Let's try this last one where balls shrunk to their smallest size will explode and shrink nearby balls. So there's something like down here. Well, I guess that worked. Maybe it's done with the magic anyway. Okay, we're starting to fall behind a little bit here, so we're going to put another shrinky thing up top. And a $400 upgrade there. We are going to get something. Balls of full health will take 2 times damage. Yeah, why not? We just broke through to 11 gold balls. It's going to be 1,000 before we can get another one, but that's actually coming pretty quickly. We've somehow managed to do this reasonably well so far. Could still use more weapons here. These are going quick, but they could be quicker. I guess we can still buy more hexes though. And that shrinking thing does actually work. Once one hits small size, all of them around them get absolutely decimated. We're coming up in the 4,000 whatever dollars we need for one more magic circle. So that's making them go down quite quick. The next one is 1,500 away, $1,500. That's actually going pretty quick, but it could be quicker. Let's prestige 14 golden balls for us. So let's do the magic here again. That actually worked out reasonably well. We start with $1,000. We could buy like that many. Then we can start upgrading them right away. Double damage and bigger circle. And what was the other one? They can have 50% longer. I don't think they necessarily need to stack right now. They'll make their way down there. And then this one is going to be the shrink ray. And we're going to give that lots of upgrades to begin. Double damage, double range, 2 closest balls, and the stacking damage. Oh, we need to get one of the bottom ones too. I forgot about that part. Also, we need buzzsaw. Adds buzzsaw modulus splitter, which is this. We could also increase the drop rate to make more money quicker. So this would add lightning to the magic. How much do we have? 16. Let's get the magic and the splitter. So now back in module 1, we can buy some lightning. Lightning chains to 1 more target. I'm not sure where it comes out of. Okay, it's just like a chain lightning that comes out of the small balls. So we're going to upgrade that again. Chains to 1 more target. Each chain deals 50% more damage than the last. So the further they can chain, the better. I also need one of these to be upgraded as well so they can shrink everything down to the bottom. We're also going to buy the beam to get double damage here. The beam will help break some of those free. By the time they get to the bottom, they're pretty small anyway, so I'm going to put another one up top for now. We got to deal with these big circles. Then we're going to upgrade the beam and have it double its fire rate. The balls seem to make it through up here quite quickly, especially with the lightning now. $40 lightning chains to 1 more target for even further more damage. It seems to go quite quickly. The hex we're going to upgrade as well. Still having a tough time getting through a lot of these. So let's try perhaps another one of the, well, we're just going to activate another one of the circles. That seems to be helping out. It's still slow at the bottom. Didn't I also buy the splitter? I guess maybe that's a different weapon type entirely. So we maybe need the new stage for that. But actually, if we prestige right now, we can do that because this progress has slowed down again. So we're going to prestige, get extra balls. Now we can get an extra stage. Okay, the splitter buzzsaw. Okay, so let's just get a new stage for now. The splitter is focused on shrinking by percents. We're probably going to end up putting it on stage 3 where balls are worth 777 because I assume these are going to be the toughest. So let's stick to what we've been doing with magic on the first one, especially with the lightning and everything. The hex can get a few upgrades to go double damage, hex circle size, and they last longer. Then we'll just sort of blast them through like that. That'll get them nice and started. The lightning can chain to 1 additional. They're already dropping through very quickly. So this one's going to be the shrink ray. And we'll buy a few levels. I did that same thing last time too. I forgot about that. But we could upgrade the laser for double damage, multiply range by 2, and target 2 balls. The beam can get upgraded for double damage as well. Stage 3, we're going to buy this splitter. That's going to start at $512, but I need to spend money elsewhere. The splitter can become the slicer for $5. Slow attack splits balls into pieces. Cuts balls into 3 pieces. That's kind of interesting. 5% chance to cut a ball into 10. Well, we want to cut a ball into 3 pieces. That should knock it down to 33% HP each, if I'm understanding that correctly, which I very well may not be. I need $512 really badly. I got this place done really well. Not that it's particularly hard. I'm actually going to do the 512 over here so it gets all of these. We're getting a lot more balls jammed up on the left. Okay, they're starting to make it through. These are worth like $100 each, $125, so we'll get lots of money back. And we can watch a splitter work as soon as we can afford it for $1,024. That's got 10,000, so I'm glad we're doing a splitter here. Oh, we've actually almost made the $1,000 back. So we're going to buy this splitter right there, and it's going to get to work. That'll knock that down to 3,333 as soon as the splitter actually happens. There we go. Yeah, there we go. 3,330. So let's do that again, and let's double its fire rate. We need these balls going in, 777. We almost got one already. because it's going to keep knocking them down. But if we do get a jam up, we need these to keep moving through. But I think it can still cut those into pieces. For $80, fire rate times 2 again. This one's crazy good. Like, shrinks balls by 20% of its current size before slicing, so it knocks it down to 80%, then cuts it into 3. We are starting to see a jam up though. We'll be okay because all we need is, yeah, we actually got it now. So we're going to activate another one of these. Keep on splitting. Yeah, now they're rolling through. There's another 5 grand. So let's upgrade the splitter again. And 5% chance to split balls into 10 is funny. Then 1,000 again. Oh, we're into scientific notation. Shrinks balls by 20%, then slice them up. We're also going to buy a couple more here. So we're going to slice and dice all of these. Now, this thing's maxed out. We're making tons of money. We'll just go ahead and buy a few more of those so they're going off much, much more. We have 42 golden balls. I want to see one of these get cut into 10. So that was into 3. This is going off often. That was cut into 3. It's hard to keep up. I want to see one of the big ones cut into 10. Down there, though, yeah, you can see how we want to start breaking those up. This would be good in pair with some of the other things. Not that I'm complaining. This thing seems to be going through. Okay, where's our biggest holdup? Probably these ones, huh? So let's buy another laser on one side. Oh, also laser now, 5% of a ball's health on impact. And sticking onto a ball will drop their damage. I should have got that a while ago. We'll also get the beam, bigger width, fire rate times 2. One ball's caught in a blast, it's 4 times damage. And balls of full health take 2 times damage. That's going to help chew through these. These are still a little bit slow, but that's fine. We're going to upgrade just the hex is now maxed out and lightning can also be maxed out. So now the balls are just dropping through here. Rapid fire. And I'm going to buy a few more lasers here to help them make their way through. These big balls are becoming tiny balls rapidly. It's still getting expensive though, like we still can't afford more upgrades yet, which is crazy considering how fast we're putting these in. I need more upgrades here though, like once they start rolling like that, we make tons of money, but it could take a sec for them to get to that point. We can't currently afford anything, we got a prestige again. 138 golden balls. So we're going to start with magic again at the beginning as per usual. Let's do this a smarter way this time. Just a few upgrades for the hex. Double damage, larger size, and duration increase. We'll also buy 1 level of lightning with more chain. Level 2 is just going to be the shrink ray. We'll be sure to give that so that they can get all the way down. Double damage, range times 2, and the 2 closest balls. Actually, while we're at it, we're going to do this one. Firing on the same target increases damage up to 3 times.
That way it'll really start to shrink them down.
Okay, then we're going to go to the prestige shop. I need the splitter for the buzzsaw. 5 free towers. Interesting. Probably should have done that initially. Double damage is nice. I guess I can afford all of these, so I'm just going to buy them all. Kind of forgot I had that kind of money. So splitter now comes with a slicer, cuts balls into 3 pieces, multiplies fire rate by 2, and double fire rate again, and 5% chance to split into 10. So we're also going to, oh, interesting. They sit there grinding away. So I need this lower down actually, because other balls were getting caught up lower down. Now when they hit that, the buzzsaw constantly hits surrounding targets. Okay, so times 2 damage, increase range. So they're going to reach out even further. Upgrade again, 50% damage for every ball being hit. Yeah, that's better. So now they'll get sliced up top and make it down to the grinders. We'll buy those 2 as well. So no balls will survive this now. For $1,000 too, balls shrink 20% before being split also. So they're going to split really quick. Yeah, they're basically just going to flow right down now like orange juice. Then for $2,000, we're going to get small object bonus. Double damage when hitting balls smaller than 50% original size. Okay, that's easy. Now, once they get down there, yeah, they're just going to melt away. Okay, this bottom level is pretty free-flowing now. We got a pretty big jam up here though, so we got to buy a beam that's going to get double damage, double width, and multiply fire rate by 2. Plus $1,000 for the lasers, 5% of a ball's total size on initial impact. We probably also just need more of these, huh? So once we buy more lasers, which we can afford a lot of, yeah, we're going to start taking those down. We do have a higher fire rate too that I need to remember about, or more spawn rate rather. So we're going to spawn more hexes up here to get them shrinking. 250 plus 1,000 for the hex upgrades. Balls shrunk to their smallest size will explode and shrink nearby balls. That's important. Hexes can now stack. It's also important to get more lightning. So let's max that out. Chains 1 more time. Each chain deals 50% more damage than the last. Double fire rate. And when not active, charge up to 5 times damage over 10 seconds. I never even saw that before. So now level 1 looks like this. The balls are getting pretty well instantly evaporated. But just to be sure, I'm going to buy another 2 of those for even more fire rate. Now as soon as the balls spawn in, they get wrecked. Area 2, they're still surviving, which is no good. I want them instantly dropping. We can get 1 more circle for 5.2 E5. So we'll buy that. The lasers are maxed. We still need more beams. $2,000 for a beam. Balls at full health take 2 times damage. That will help knock them down initially. The bottom circles aren't really doing a ton. By the time the balls get there, they're basically already dead. We won't buy that. If only one ball is caught in a blast, deal 4 times damage. That's unlikely to happen. But look how happy they are down below. As soon as they spawn in, they get split into at least 3 pieces. And before they do, they drop to 80% of their HP. Buzzsaw will get continues to deal damage 2 seconds after last hit. I mean, they're basically already disappeared by that point, but sure. We're just grinding up our balls. We get prestige for 177 golden balls. It's costing like $15,000 per prestige, but we are tearing through that. Level 1 now, the balls are dropping in quick. We still got 3 spots we could buy too, but they basically spawn in onto the hex balls now. I'm really annoyed by this middle level. I really want those going through quicker, but there's nothing I can do about it. But our money maker's down here anyway. Like, we're tearing through these pretty much as quick as we can be, and even now it's kind of a balance. For 1.0 E6, which is really expensive, we can put 1 more of these down. So we will tear through these even quicker, but we're still sort of at capacity to making just tons of money. We have 230 golden balls. So I guess it's safe to say I've shrunk my balls to a satisfying level, considering there's really nothing else we can do except watch them shrink again and again. I do hope they expand on this game. This is a really fun concept. I need more.